Pisces, and welcome to your reading for today. Actually, I'm sorry for the delay, which is September the 11th through to September the 17th. I had some technical difficulties, so that's on YouTube if you want to check that out. But this is a general reading. I have meditated and I have shuffled the cards, and 7 cards popped out. That's your reading. It's a general reading, 1 card for each day of the week, and it's the general energy of the day, or guidance for the energy of the day. If this is a general reading, if you would like a personal, more focused reading, you will find the information below in the description box. Now, this is also it's a sun, moon, and rising reading. So if you know your moon and rising, there will be links in the description box below to the other videos, so you can check them out. There's always crossover, and it's good to get a fuller picture of what's going on with you. If the links aren't all there when you first look, just check back. Sometimes it takes me a while to get everybody, get it uploaded and put the links in the box. So without further ado, first of all, I want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart. I am so grateful. YouTube showed me so much love. You guys showed me so much love last week. I really, really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I want to thank you in advance for liking, sharing, and commenting yet again. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. So without further ado, let's go to the card, shall we? And on Monday we have, so it's today, the 10 of Pentacles, which is a really happy, contented card, family oriented. All your needs are being met. It's just a really lovely energy on Monday. This is like fabulous. And on Tuesday, we have the 3 of Cups. Now, the 3 of Cups is an emotional card. This is a celebratory card. This is celebrate every moment. When this card, what's interesting, this card, Venus moves into a positive aspect to Saturn. Now, Venus is the planet of love, beauty, relationships, finance, values. And Saturn is the teacher planet, and it teaches us karmic lessons and self-awareness and self-growth. So this is reminding us to look at the magic in every moment and celebrate that, being gratitude. Even if you're feeling a karmic lesson that doesn't feel so good, look at how far you've come and celebrate that. This also means, sometimes it's like go out with the girls or go out with the guys, kick up your heels and, have a good old party. And it's about bringing fun and joy into your life. Listen, I get joy from walking around the park with my dog or I just look for the magic in every moment. There is magic in every moment. Just look for it and you'll see it. You'll find it if you look for it. So then on Wednesday, we've got the 4 of Wands, another celebratory card. Look at that. This is like celebrating the completion of something, or, feeling that you've completed something. This is a wonderful, wonderful energy. And on this day, the sun squares Saturn in a positive aspect. So it's shining a light on that, on those karmic self-awareness and those karmic values. And this is celebrate the fact that you've grown so much. Celebrate those lessons that you can, have self-awareness. Self-awareness sometimes is such a wonderful feeling, because you start to see things really clearly and you're like, wow, okay, now I get it. It's one of those, it's that feeling that, you may have been kind of, attracted to the same person all the time, or, been drawn into these negative scenarios. And on this day, you're going to get like, oh my God, I get where that comes from. I understand it now, because the sun is shining a light on it. And you can have that self-awareness, which is self-growth. There's nothing more wonderful than that, being self-aware. That's what we're on this planet to be. We're here to learn those lessons. And when we learn those lessons, it's like, whoa, all the dots are connected. So this is the kind of energy on Wednesday, the 13th. Now, on the 14th, on Thursday, on Thursday we have the shadow side, right? Now this card, look, it's like, oh no. This card, Pisces, come on. This card is like being up in your head, going over and over and over again, the worst case scenario. And, you know, listen, get out of your head, Pisces. Come into the light. Don't beat yourself up. This can this can be like self-talk. This is self-torture. When I'm hearing put down the bat and pick up a feather. Stop beating yourself up. Stop going over and over and over. You know, look, this is fear and being a victim of your own circumstances. This is you abusing yourself kind of thing. So stop it. Be kind to yourself. Be like like Louise Hay. This is like almost self-hatred. Come out of this. Love yourself. When you love yourself, and sometimes it's hard to see that, but I'm telling you, 3 deep breaths. 3 deep breaths and connect with source energy, and you will come out of this. Really be aware of going down the rabbit hole. Listen, I even peek down the rabbit hole. I do. I sometimes find myself like vertigo falling, and then I go, oh, let me come right back up again. It's okay to peek down the rabbit hole, but it's not okay to fall in it. So this is like you're falling in the rabbit hole. Climb your way out of that hole, because there is light. It is a wonderful world out here. This is brilliant. So listen, just take 3 deep breaths when you find yourself in this cerebral plane where you're just going over and over, obsessively thinking about the worst case scenario. This is negativity, negative thinking. Tap into source energy. Connect your mind with your heart. And when you connect your mind with your heart, you can't feel like this. You really can't. And right after that, look, it's like this, to me, the 2 of Pentacles is like, come back to the present moment, right? Come back in the present moment. When you're in the present moment, look at this. It's infinity, right? It's beautiful. This is like the juggler. You can have it all. You've just got to focus and be determined, right? You know, be in the moment. Say to yourself, there's no way you need to be but here. You know, sometimes I'm like sitting here, and I tell you what I have a tendency to do is like get up in my head and all the things I've got to do, and I get so overwhelmed with what I've got to do. Sometimes I'm just sitting there thinking, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Oh my God, how am I going to do that? I've got to do that. And then it's like, before I know it, it's like an hour. I'm like, I need to get my arse in gear and just get up and do it, right? That's what it is. So, you know, I know it's so easy to get caught up in this. So sometimes I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to do this. So I've wasted all this time thinking about not having the time, and actually done everything in my brain and then said, oh no, I can't do that. It's that whole thing. I digress, but this is like being in the moment. It's like, you know, when I want to do the laundry, I do the laundry in my head like 3 or 4 times, and then I'm exhausted and I can't really do it. So come out of your head, whatever you're doing, stop thinking of the worst case scenario, and come back to the present moment. Focus and determination and action. You need to get up and act. You've been in this wonderful energy. It's telling you, this is all reminding you to look at the beauty and the gifts that you have right in front of you, right? Don't go into this place. Now listen, we have this really powerful manifesting energy coming in on the 16th. Mercury and Mars are conjunct. You know, they're going direct in Virgo. So this is powerful manifesting energy. This is wonderful. This is all your fruits and all your labor is going to come to fruition. It's your ship's coming in. So you've got to remember that. You've got to stay positive. Whatever your energy is what you're manifesting. So this worst case scenario, this is a self-professing prophecy. If you go there, that's what you'll manifest. Do not manifest this, Pisces. No. You want to manifest this. Happy, contented, all your needs met energy. Now on Saturday, so that was on Saturday, that energy, that manifesting energy. And then on Sunday, right? So I'm just going to tell you astrologically what's going on. On Sunday at 20, I think it's 17 or 18 minutes past, or 20, I forget, but it's just after midnight, right? So it's almost Saturday, Sunday. We have Venus in a positive connection to Uranus. Now Venus, the sign of love, relationships, values, beauty, finance, is going in a positive aspect to Uranus. Uranus is sudden surprises, but really good surprises in this case, right? So stay positive, because you're going to manifest wonderful opportunities, like opportunities pop up, right? So on Saturday, we have the King of Swords. When the King of Swords, he's like, of all the kings, he's a champion for justice, right? He's intellectual, he's fast moving, he's a fierce leader, and he's got his sword out. He's ready to fight, right? Fight for his people. When this comes in, this is fast moving in action, right? This is an action card. This is saying act, but be balanced when you act. This is also balance and determination, right? You know, being in the moment, right? This is a champion for justice. So you have to really think of all your decisions, and as you're making a decision, always think of the karmic value. The karmic value is very, very important. We need to get rid of all our karmic debt and try not to accrue more. You know, we end up accruing more daily, I'm sure. You know, I know I do. Sometimes we hurt people inadvertently, and when we do that, we need to make amends immediately. We need to really, when we're aware that we've hurt someone, we need to let them know that we're sorry and we didn't intend that. So this card is like, listen, this guy, he's making judgments really fast and acting really swiftly. So sometimes when this card comes in, it's like, think before you act, but definitely keep it moving. So it's definitely the energy moving forward, but be careful about making a decision. And when you do, think about the karmic value of that decision, the result, the karmic value of the result of that decision. So I am going to say meditate. I say meditate, meditate, meditate. I can't say it enough. And I'm my meditation video will be on YouTube this week for sure. Now, on Sunday, we have the Eight of Swords, darling. This is an illusion of being trapped, right? She is not really trapped. She just thinks she's trapped. She's like blinded to what's right in front of her. She just refuses to see what's going on. This is like, you know, I'm going to tell you something that when I was in England years and years ago, when I was really young, I lived in London, and I had this, everyone lived in bed sits, right? It's one room. You know, and, you know, and you have a hot plate. I mean, you don't even have a kitchen. It's not even a studio. It's like a bed sit. It's like a bed and a sitting room. That's it, right? And everyone kind of lived in bed sits. I don't know what it's like now, but then it was bed sits. And I got this incredible one-bedroom apartment. And when I moved into that one-bedroom apartment, do you know, it took me... I couldn't sleep in the bedroom. My mind would not expand to the bedroom. I slept on the couch for a month. And then I slowly moved into the bedroom. It was so interesting. It's kind of fascinating how, you know, my mind kept me imprisoned in one room because that's what I was used to. You know, I'd been living in a bedsit for a couple of, you know, years or something. I, you know, moved around from bedsit to bedsit. So this is that. It's an illusion of being trapped, right? It's interesting how our mind works and keeps us imprisoned. Right? So this is interesting because we are getting karmic lessons, and, you know, we need to really pay attention to that growth. We need to understand that this is an illusion. We have these excuses and these boundaries up that really aren't there. Look, she could take that blindfold off, move the sword, and walk right out. But she doesn't see it. Right? Because she believes that she's completely trapped and she cannot get out of this. This is a feeling that you're trapped. Sometimes you feel that you're stuck in your life and you can't move forward, and like you can't make enough money, you can't manifest. Now listen, darling, Pisces, I am telling you, if you're in this energy, then you will create more of this, right? The illusion of imprisonment. You really need to be in the present moment, right? Focus in the present moment. The present moment is eternity. I'm going to tell you this story. I went for a walk yesterday with my dog, and I had someone coming over, and I had to do all this stuff, and I had to, you know, edit my videos, and I was like, you know, walking, and I'm like, oh, I've got to walk him fast. And then all of a sudden, you know, I'm pulling him because, you know, my dog does love to smell every blade of grass. So then all of a sudden I was like, wow, I took a deep breath, held it at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I went, and all of a sudden I was in the present moment. And I just said, wow, my dog is in the present moment. Let me just enjoy this. When I was in the present moment, right? I didn't need to be anywhere but here, right here. This is where I need to be. I need to really be in the joy and the love of every moment, because that's all we have. We need to experience, be fully engaged. So I walked around and allowed my dog to smell every blade of grass. And I started to notice things that I wouldn't notice before. And I took photographs of them. And I just was in the pure joy and love of the moment. You know, it was just amazing. And, you know, I got home and I had plenty of time. You know, I wasn't 5 steps ahead and not really, you know, torturing my dog, pulling him along, you know, wishing him to hurry up and do his business so we can go home. So we had a lovely long walk. We really enjoyed it. And that's what this is about. Staying in the moment, coming back to the present moment, being completely engaged and focused in the moment. That's how I see this, right? The champion for change. Be a champion for change. This change is coming for you. Allow the change. Don't be in fear of the change. Love the change. Listen, we hang on to crap. You know, we hang on to crap, thinking that we can't let this go. That's all we have. And we're robbing ourselves of a wonderful life when we hang on to crap. Listen, crap stinks. Drop it. Be a champion for change. Don't be the victim of change. Because trust me, the King of Swords will come in and chop your head off, darling. So you don't want to be this. You don't want to be in that self-imposed prison. You want to be free. That's what Uranus is about. It's about freedom, change, wonderful change. Embrace the change. That's what you need to do, Pisces. Embrace the change, because it's fantastic when you allow yourself to flow in the river of life. It's just amazing things you notice, you see, and wonderful gifts are presented to you, and you see the gifts. You're not seeing the gifts here, right? You're not going to see those wonderful gifts. So take the blindfold off and walk forward. You can walk between these swords. There's plenty of room, You are not a prisoner. Don't allow yourself to be the prisoner of your own mind, because you're robbing yourself of a wonderful, glorious, abundant life. Okay, Pisces? Thank you for tuning in. I love and I appreciate you all. Celebrate the magic in every moment, Pisces. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Mwah. Bye.
For a personal reading, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.